regarding that event delegation. Okay, the thing yesterday we have discussed regarding that capturing and bubbling. Okay, the bubbling in the sense it's a child to parent, and the capturing we can say it's a parent to child. Okay, the thing is the capturing and bubbling. 1 minute, I will share my screen. Okay, yeah, the thing is like the capturing and bubbling basically allows us to the implement one of the most powerful event handling patterns, okay, called that event delegation. Okay, and the basically this event delegation is the concept. Okay, so in JavaScript you can see, so where you attach an event listener to the parent element instead of individual child elements. Okay, and basically this works because of the something called, we can say it's a event bubbling. When an event happens on an element, okay, it first run the handler on the element. Okay, then it's bubble up to the parent level and the grandparent. Okay, in simpler term I can say, instead of putting the event listener on the multiple buttons, okay, so we can put the one listener on their parent. Okay, for example we have the div. Okay, inside the div we have this multiple multiple list. Okay, multiple list. Okay, what we have did earlier. Okay, so we have like we are trying to give that event listener to the all the elements, a div and li. Okay, but in the event delegation, instead of putting the event listener on multiple buttons, okay, we can put one listener on the parent level. The parent level in the sense it's a div. So under div we have the tree list. Okay, when a click a button, the parent figure out which button you clicked and handle it. Okay, this is a fundamental called, it's a event delegation. The thing is, instead of putting the event listener on the multiple buttons, okay, or the multiple elements, we can put one listener on the parent level. So when we click on the button, the parent figure out the which button you clicked and handle it. Okay, we can see one scenario. Okay, imagine you are building the to-do list. Okay, to-do list. Okay, to-do list app. Okay, so the thing is, when you click on the delete button, so do you know what is the to-do list? Am I audible? Kaustubh, Priyanka, and Preetham, and Yuvraj, what is the to-do list? Do you know what it is? Kaustubh, I'm audible, no? Hmm. Yeah, you're not audible actually.
These two tasks.
Okay, so we are able to add the task, remove the task, kind of thing. Okay, the thing is, so when the user click on the delete button, so we can able to in the to-do list we can able to add, okay, delete and delete and update. Okay, the thing is, when the user click on the delete, okay, the delete button, the next to the task, okay, we want to remove that task. Okay, now instead of adding the click listener to the every delete button, okay, we add only one listener to the parent element that holds all the tasks. Okay, and this make we can say it's a code cleaner, and also works for the new tasks added dynamically. Okay, so this is a main scenario for the event delegation. Okay, we'll do code for the event delegation. Okay, so basically this is our HTML. Okay, so inside the HTML, so I will give the element as a parent level element. It's a div. Okay, and so the child level I will give the 3 divs. Okay, so the thing is we are checking the delete option. Okay, for example, delete delete. Okay, so here I will give the class. Okay, is a task for the same for all the divs apart from the parent level. Okay, all the child like child div classes are same. Okay, so now I will apply the parent level div, the id as the task list, uh, task list. Okay, so this div we can say it's a parent level, and this is we can say it's a child level. Okay, so the thing is we are checking scenario. So the thing is like instead of adding the event listener to the all the divs, so I will add the listener for the parent level only. Okay, the thing is I will create one script here. There is a script. Okay, inside script I will create one element parent level. Okay, the parent level task list. Okay. Yeah, so here I have created one parent, like the parent element. Okay, document dot get element by id. So for I'm yeah, this div. Okay, so now we need to add the event listener to the parent level. Okay, for that thing what we have to do, there is a task list. Okay, and we need to add the event listener. Okay, so when I click on the that event listener. Okay, so then we need to remove the task. Okay, for that thing so for that thing we have to check. Okay, if the click element is delete button or not. Okay, for that thing I will do one thing. There is a if condition. Okay, so here I will check. Okay, that e dot target dot class list. Okay, the contains this task. Okay, this class actually. If that event dot target dot class list contains task. Okay, so then I can remove the things, remove the task. Okay, remove the task. E dot target dot target dot I will use the functions called closest. Okay, the closest. Okay, so then I will remove the task dot remove. Okay, so and then I will console the things actually. Okay, parallelly console dot log. So the task is deleted. Okay, here I will add the task dot text content content dot trim uh, dot trim. Okay, we'll see the output for this thing. I will copy the path and paste here. Okay, so we have the 3 divs. Okay, so the thing is we have the console. So when I click on the first, okay, we have to add the button also. Okay, sorry, here I have to add the button also. Inside the delete I will add some button. Okay, just I will task, like make it task 1. Okay, and here I will add the button. Okay, here I will add the class as the delete button, I can say. uh, delete button. Okay, the same thing we have to do for these two also. Okay, this is the task 2 and this is the same thing. Okay, and this is the task 3. Okay, so here also we have to change the conditions. If the event dot target dot class list contains that delete button. Okay, so then we can remove the task. Okay, remove the task. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, yeah, so I will delete the first task. Okay, you can see we are able to remove the first task. Okay, you can see in the console the task is deleted. The first task delete, we have deleted the first task 1. Okay, I will delete the third one. Yeah, you can see. Okay, so here the thing is, yeah, in this code we have attached the single event listener to the this here you can see that there is a single event listener. Okay, it's an element parent, we can say. When we click on the any button, okay, inside the task list, any button. Okay, so that event bubbles up to the task list. Okay, in listener we can check if the if uh, the clicked element is delete button by checking it by its class. So here you can say, here we have added the class. Okay, if it's a delete button, if you find the closest parent task here, like if you find the closest parent task, then only you can remove it. Okay, so this is called, we can say, it's a event delegation. Okay, the event delegation, we can say, the instead of putting the event listener on the multiple buttons, so we can put the only one listener on their parent level. So when you click on the button, the parent figure out the which button you clicked and handle it. So in the UI we have seen those things here. Okay, so when I click on the second, here the second button will be the disappear. Okay, the thing is, there is a question. Okay, so that we have done the code for the event delegation, but why it's useful? Okay, why it's a useful event delegation? Okay, the first thing, it's a efficiency. Okay, and second thing, it's a dynamic element. Okay, the efficiency in the sense, if have the many child elements, you don't need to add the listener to the each one. Okay, just one listener on the parent is enough. Okay, for that thing our efficiency will be the increase. Okay, and the dynamic element. Okay, suppose if the new tasks are added, like new the thing is, like if the new tasks are added later, but you don't need to manually add the listener to those new buttons. Okay, the parent listener automatically handle them actually. So for that thing we can say it's a dynamic element. Okay, so I'll add one more scenario. Okay, so imagine you are the hosting the party. Okay, instead of going to each guest to take their food and food order, okay, we you place one waiter at the center of the room. Okay, and the waiter listen to all the guests and takes their orders. The similarly, in the event delegation, the parent is the waiter, Okay, the parent listen for the events from the all the children's in the sense we can say it's a guest. So this is called, we can say it's a like the real-time scenario. Okay, so this is regarding the event delegation. Okay, so after event delegation we have some things regarding the mouse events. Okay, the event delegation we have to do one more thing. The thing is, yeah, so we'll do one more assignment on the event delegation. Okay, the task is a tree menu. Okay, the task is a tree menu. Okay, so tree menu in the sense, okay, so there is a the thing is like, for example, yeah, for example, so we have two options. For example, what should I do? The thing is, okay, I can take, okay, so we have the two things. One it's a thing is like, yeah, so one it's a school, okay, and one it's animals. Okay, animals. Okay, so school contains, okay, there is the classroom and the staff room. Okay, the animal contains, okay, wild and pet, we can say pet animal. Okay, so the classroom in the sense, we can say it's a boys and, sorry, so classroom contains the boys and girls. Okay, the staff contains teachers. Okay, the wild animals, we can say it's a tiger, a lion, and the pet element, we can say dog and cat. So we have to do one task on the event delegation. Okay, so what are the tasks in the sense, so this is the main parent. Okay, so this is the parent, 1 minute, yeah, sorry, not one, this is the parent. Okay, we have the two things. Okay, uh, class and the school and animal, we have the two things. Okay, so the thing is, yeah, when I click on the school, okay, so then only I need that classroom and staff room should be visible. Okay, and again, when I click on the when I click on the classroom, so then only we are able to see that boys and girls. Okay, so again, if I click on the classroom, so then boys and girls should be disappear. The same thing when I click on again on school, so then that classroom and staff room should be disappear. Okay, the same thing for animals also. Okay, so we'll do code for the this thing. Okay, so this is the one thing, HTML I'm creating. Okay, so here I'll create one UL unordered list. Okay, so inside that I will give that one it's a school. Okay, and the one it's a school and one it's a, what it is, animals. Okay, Okay, so inside that we have again it's a inside the school we have the name is UL. Yeah, inside that we have again it's a UL. Okay, and the UL contains school contains two things. One it's a mm, classroom and yeah, one it's a classroom, one it's a classroom, and one it's a staff room. Okay, in classroom, okay, again we have the UL. Okay, so in UL we have the boys and girls. Okay, the same thing in the staff room. Okay, in the staff room we can say it are teachers. Okay, so this is the one thing. Yeah, the same thing we have to do for animals. Okay, the animals contain one it's a wild, the one it's a pet. Okay, the wild animals are uh, tiger and lion. Okay, tiger and lion, and the pet contains the UL. Okay, the LI, dog and the cat. Okay, we'll see the output first and then we'll apply. Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, so we got the nested list, the nested things. Okay, the thing is when I click on this school, okay, so then the classroom and the staff room should be the disappear, as well as same in the animals also. Okay, for that thing, so what we have to do, okay, so I will give that class and the ID here for the your parent level. The class it's a tree, and ID is equal to like ID is also tree. Okay, so I will close this thing. For example, yeah, so here I have to add the script. Okay, the first thing, so I want to make all the text into this span level. Okay, they can occupy exactly the place necessary for the text. Okay, for that thing I will add the for loop. Okay, let okay the li of okay the tree dot the query selector query sorry query query selector all the li. Okay, so here I will convert move all the text into the span level. Okay, the let there is a span. Okay, document dot create element as the span I have created. So then what we have to do, uh, I will use the prepend span. Okay, the prepend. Okay, so then I will append into the next siblings. Okay, the span dot append append span dot next sibling, we can say next siblings. Okay, so here we are tried to move to the text node into the span level. Okay, the thing is, the next thing we need to catch the need to catch the clicks on the whole tree. Okay, for that thing there is a tree. Okay, the on click I have to use when the person to click on that particular element. This is a function. Okay, so here I will try if. Okay, that event dot target dot, sorry, the event dot target dot tag name does like the tag name uh, not equal to span span. Okay, so then I will return the things. Okay, and let I will create one container for the children's. Okay, I will create one thing for the children's. Okay, children container. Okay, so here I will try that event dot target dot parent node let query selector ul. Okay, when I select the ul, okay, then I will do one thing here. If okay, if no children container, suppose no children container, so just I will return the simple. There is if it is no children's. Okay, and the next thing, if I will store the children container dot hidden. Okay, is equal to that. Yeah. Okay, the same thing we have to add some css kind of things. We need to add some pointer. Okay, and suppose the person want to on over the school or classroom and that staff room while pet, so then we have to make as a bold. Okay, for that thing I will use the style. Okay, so here dot tree and the span. Okay, over. Okay, so the font weight we can make it as the bold. Okay, and the one thing, the tree dot span, the cursor pointer I will do. Okay, let's see what happened. I will replace the things. Yeah, when I click on the elements, so it's yeah, are able to visible as a bold level. Okay, so then I will click on the classroom, so I'm able to like able to do the disappear the boys and girls. And when I click on the school, yeah, here also we are able to disappear the that class room and staff room. And here also we are able to see the disappear those wild and pets. Okay, so this is the task for that event delegation. Okay, yeah, the next thing we need to go for mouse. Yeah, there are mouse events. That mouse events. Okay, so the thing is the mouse events in our JavaScript. Okay, uh, the thing is like suppose the actions triggered when the user interact with the web page using their mouse. Okay, these events help you to respond to thing like a click. Okay, that a click and double click and hovering. Okay, and the hover the element, dragging, scrolling, we can say. Okay, so we have some common that mouse event. Okay, the first thing, it's a click event. Okay, so here we can set it like it's triggered when the user click on the element, the click event we can see. Okay, and next thing that's called double click. Okay, so when the person triggered, like when the user double click, so like some options are there when you click on, like when you double click, then only that action will trigger. Okay, and the next event called it's a mouse down, mouse down. Okay, so this the thing is when the mouse button is pressed like pressed down, so then only it's fired, like fired means it's triggered. The same thing for the mouse up. Okay, and same thing for the mouse move. The mouse up in the sense the fired when the mouse button is the released. Okay, the mouse move in the sense the when triggered, when like triggered when the mouse is moved over an element. Okay, and mouse, there is a mouse move. Okay, and the mouse over. Okay, so fired when the mouse enter on the elements. Okay, and there is one more thing, last one, it's a mouse out. Okay, triggered when the mouse leave the element. Okay, for example, real time example, imagine you are building the shopping website. Okay, so you want to highlight the product when you mouse over it. Okay, for example, so there is a shopping cart called the Flipkart is a shopping cart. Okay, yeah, so here I want to highlight the product. Okay, so here I want to highlight the product when the mouse hover over it. Okay, so I will do one thing. Which one? Yeah, so when I hover on this thing, that image got some hold. Okay, so with that thing we can say it's a mouse hover, that mouse over. Okay, so there is a click event. Okay, we need to show the pop-up when product is clicked. Okay, for that thing I will do one thing here in this thing. Okay, so when I click on this thing, not this one, so we have some product called, not this one. Okay, this is a mobile, not this one also. For example, I want to show something. You can consider this watch. Okay, when I, yeah, they have removed that pop-up actually. We'll check in Amazon. Yeah, they, yeah, these people also that remove the things that pop-ups kind of things. Okay, the thing is, like, suppose if you want to show the pop-ups when the product is clicked. Okay, the thing is where it is, the yeah, there is a Flipkart. Okay, so when I click on the cart, okay, so suppose if I log in, like we got the pop-up kind of things. So here we are able to log in. Okay, so here we have like seen that click event. Okay, the previous you can see here when I click on the login, so we can see it's a click event. Okay, and then mouse down and mouse up. So suppose if you want to change the background color of the button when the mouse is pressed and released. Okay, so then you can use the mouse down and mouse up. Okay, for example, I'll create one code for that thing, it will help. Okay, so that is the HTML, sorry, there is the HTML. Okay, so I will create one button. So there is a button name is click. Okay, so I will add some attribute called ID. sorry, ID is the my button. I will add, sorry, my button. Okay, so I will create one div. Okay, so one div, I will do I'll add the content like the hover on me, hover over a me. Okay, so there is a ID, uh, ID. Okay, I will do one thing, a hover box, over the box. Okay, and same thing I have to apply some styles. Okay, the style contains width. I will apply for width of 200 px. Okay, the height around 200 px, and the background color I can make it as the light blue. Yeah, any I will add this aqua. Okay, the thing is I want to see that output what is coming here. Yeah, so there is a one click button and there is a one box. Okay, along with the click button we have one box. Okay, so we have to do the JavaScript thing here. Okay, so there is a one script. Okay, so here we need to select the elements. Okay, the first one, it's a button. Okay, so button, we need the element, so we need to select the element in the sense we need to create the document for that thing. So there is a document dot get element by id is a my button. The same thing for the hover box. Okay, document dot get element by id the hover box. Okay, so then we have to do the click event. Okay, the click event in the sense, so button add event listener click. Okay, so then I will say that alert button is clicked. Okay, so then we have to use some mouse hover and mouse out events. Okay, so the mouse over events, suppose uh, that hover box. Okay, the hover box add event listener, instead of click I have to use the mouse over event. Okay, so then the hover box the style background color I will make as a red. Okay, the same thing, suppose yeah, mouse hover, yeah, yeah, the mouse out also we can do the aqua. Okay, and the next thing we can do for the mouse down mouse up also. Okay, for that thing I will create the button. Okay, add event listener, add event listener, that the mouse down, sorry, the mouse down, that button dot style background color we can make it as a red when I click on the mouse down. Okay, and when I click the mouse up, okay, then the background color should be the empty. Okay, the button, okay, dot add event list mouse up. Okay, I will make this background color should be the empty. Okay, we'll see the output what will happen. Okay, so the thing is, first thing, I will check the click event. Okay, so when I click on this button, we'll get one pop-up called button clicked. Okay, this is called the click event. Okay, when there is a mouse hover and mouse out event. Okay, when I hover on this box, that the box color should be the change. Okay, it changed to the red. I'm just hovering. Okay, so when I mouse out, okay, so then the color will change to the aqua. Okay, the same thing I will use that mouse down and mouse up. Okay, mouse down and mouse up. Okay, so these are the things we can say it's yeah, the mouse events. Okay, so in this thing you can see the click button. So when you click the button, the alert pop up saying it's a button clicked. Okay, and hover on the box. When you hover over the box, okay, this aqua color box, so it changes to the red. When you move the mouse out, it goes back to the same color, aqua. Okay, and third thing, when the mouse presses or releases the button, so when you press the down button, okay, then it turns to the red. Okay, when you release, then it reset to the by default, so the old color. Okay, so there are some best practices for the mouse events. Best practices for the mouse events. Okay, so there is a debounce. Debounce. Okay, so for the event like mouse move, so debounce event handler to improve the performance. Okay, and next thing, there is a avoid the overloading. Okay, avoid overloading. Okay, so don't use too many event listener on the same element, so it can make the app is slow. Okay, so this way the mouse event make your website interactive and like creating the better user experience. So if you want to implement this in the your project, so try experiment it with these events to get feel for them actually. So it's a very important, so just you have to practice. Yeah, so after that, there is a one more thing called the UI events. UI events. Okay, in simple terms, so UI in the sense it's a user interface. Okay, so whatever we are able to see in the this screen, so that thing we can say it's a UI in the sense is a user interface. Okay, user interface. Okay, the thing is the UI event in the sense, the basically the UI events are the actions that happens on the web page or applications. Okay, when the user interact with it, these events can occur through a mouse, a keyboard, a touch, even automatically, like when the page is finished the loading. Okay, so we can see that mouse and the keyboard and the touch, and we can say it's automatic also. For example, we can say clicking the button, and next thing we can say typing into the input field, and next thing we can say it's moving the mouse over the on image. Okay, and last thing we can say it's submitting the form. Okay, in the real type scenario, the thing is like, imagine you are using the online food delivery app. Okay, the you are using the online food delivery app. Okay, so in that, so there is one click event when you 1 minute, I will use that online. There is a Zomato. Okay, so I will open the things. Okay, so when I click on the order now, where it is, yeah, order now, order online button. 1 minute, yeah. So I will click on this thing, this thing. So that button is not there. Button. Okay, I'll leave it. I will explain you. Yeah, there is a imagine like we are using some the online food delivery app. Okay, there is a click event. So when you click on the order now, okay, the button to the when you click on the order now, okay, so we can say it's a click event. Okay, and there is a one more thing, it's an input event. Okay, when you type your address into the text box, okay, there we can say it's a text like input event. okay. And the mouse hover event, okay, like you hover over the food items, okay, and it shows the additional detail like ingredients and rating kind of things, okay. In this thing we can, yeah, uh, these people are not implemented that one. Let's see, 1 minute, not this, okay, these people are not implemented that thing, okay. The mouse over event in the sense, suppose the person we'll see, the person want to hover on the images, okay, so then we'll get some the additional details kind of ingredient and rating kind of things, okay. And the final thing we can set the submit event, okay. When the click the pay now, okay, to submit the payment details, okay, so then we can say it's the submit event, okay. So this is regarding, we can say it's that UI events, okay. For example, for the coding level, mm, yeah, one thing here. So this is the one html, okay, okay. In that html, okay, so we have the one button, okay, button, okay. I will make the order now. So just I'm showing the click event, okay, okay. So here I will add the id called that order button, order order button, okay. So the thing is, I will create one button element in the script level, button element in the script level, okay. The const, there is the button uh, button document dot get element by id, that order button, okay. So the thing is, when add click, so when the person click on the that button, okay, so then we need to show something alert kind of things, okay. So this is the things, okay. So let's see the output, okay, yeah. So we are able to see that pop-up, okay. The same thing we can see in the real-time scenario, either Swiggy, Zomato kind of things, okay. So we'll see some the click event, okay. So here we there is a button, okay. In this thing code, here there is a button, okay, with the text, the order now on it, okay. So in the javascript we use that document dot get element by id, that order button, to deselect the button element by its id, for that this using this id, okay. So when the button is clicked, okay, that event triggered the function that shows the alert message. So this is the alert message we have shown on the UI, okay. So we have the types of the common UI events, okay. So the thing is like that input event and the mouse event and that submit event, okay. The thing is, there is one question. So we have seen the code level things also, okay, but thing is, why we need, like, why are the event UI events are important, okay. Why? The thing is, the first thing, it's a user interface, like user interaction, user interaction, okay. So the thing is, they let us the handle how to application respond to the user actions, okay. And the set thing, next thing we can say, it's a dynamic experience, dynamic dynamic experience, okay. So the events make the app feel alive by providing the real-time feedback. For example, button clicks or effects, we can say it's a dynamic experience, okay. And the best practices for the UI events, okay. the thing is, we need to always remove the event listener when no longer needed, because of we need to avoid the memory leaks. And the next thing we can say, we need to keep the code simple and easy to maintain by separating the event handling logic into the functions. Okay, so we can say it's uh, that UI events. Okay, so we'll see some tasks on UI events. UI events. We have seen. Okay, we'll go for the form. Okay, we'll go for the forms and control. Okay, the thing is, in any web applications, the forms are used to collect the user input like the name, email address, password, or any other data also. Okay, the thing is, forms is basically we used to collect the user input. Okay, the control means it's a single element inside the form. Okay, like a text box and radio button and checkbox or the drop down. Okay, that together the forms and control helps user to like users that interact with the application. Okay, think think of it like of filling out the bank application form. Okay, the form is the overall structure, and the each blank spaces you fill, that name, phone number, okay, is the control we can say. Okay, the form content we can form is the overall structure, the control in the sense the each bank's spaces like the name and phone number, we can say these are the controls. Okay, so basically the form and controls, the form is used to collect the user input called name, address and password, and control in the sense basically it's a single element inside the form like a text box and radio button, a check box. So we can see the controls. Okay, imagine you are building the registration form. Okay, so there is a registration the form. Okay, for the shopping website. Okay, so the form will ask for the details like the name, sorry, the name. Okay, and the email. Okay, and the gender. Okay, and the hobbies. Okay, and the country. uh, Country. Okay, and final we can say there's a button called submit. Okay, so these are the form we can say, but we need to see that control. Okay, for that thing, for the name we can use the text box. Okay, and the email we can use also the text box. Okay, and the gender we have to use that radio buttons. Okay, the hobbies we can use the checkbox. Okay, the countries we can use the drop down. Okay, and the submit we can use the button. Okay, so the right the like these are the we can say it's a the controls, and these are the we can say it's a form. Okay, the user fills in the these details. Okay, when they click the submit. and that data gets sent to the server level for the processing. Okay, so we'll do code for the simple the forms and control thing. Okay, there is the HTML. Okay, so there is the heading called shopping website registration. Shopping website registration. Okay, okay, so there is a one form. Okay, that form that action I can make it is submit. Okay, and method I will add the post. Okay, and the ID I will add that registration form. Sorry, that registration form. Okay, the first thing we need to use that a name and that email. Okay, so for that thing we have to use the label for the name. Okay, and the input for the controlling. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the name and input. Okay, so we can give some break. Okay, and there is a label again for that email. Okay, so I will add that email. Okay, uh, here I will add the input. Okay, instead of the text I have to use the mail. Okay, yeah, email I have to use. Okay, and here I will use the break. Okay, then I have to use uh, gender. Okay, so for that thing I will use the label for okay, I'll remove the for and I make it as a gender. Okay, sorry, gender. Okay, sorry, what happened is okay, so the gender. Okay, I will use that input as the radio button. Okay, and ID I will add as a male. Okay, and name I will add as the gender, not this, yeah, gender. Okay, then value I will add as the male. Okay, so this is for the male label. Okay, so for the male, and here I will use the male. Okay, the same thing I will use for the female. Okay, so gender female. Okay, female. Okay, so here I will add some break, the break. Okay, so here I will use that hobbies. I have to do some I have to add some hobbies kind of things. Yeah, we have to add some hobbies. So then I will use the label. Okay, so the hobbies. Okay, so I will use some checkboxes here, the input that input. Okay, here I will use the checkbox, okay, and I will use the id called something called a rating, and the name as the hobbies, and the value we can say it's a rating. Okay, so the first hobby I can say it's a reading. Okay, so same thing I will use the label for the reading, and reading. Okay, so I will add two more things. Okay, one, it's a traveling, sorry, one, not this one, one, two. Okay, traveling. Okay, uh, traveling. Okay, so in this thing I will use the sports, one, two, three, sports. Okay, the sports, yeah. So the thing is, next we have to use that country. Okay, for that thing we have to use the control called the component called the drop down. Okay, there is a label. Okay, so I have to use that country. Okay, and here I will use that country. Okay, there is a component called select. Okay, so here there is an option, the value. Okay, so we have the three countries, and here I have to add that id is the country, sorry, id is the sorry, country, and the name also I will make it as the country. Okay, so the finally we have the button type is submit. Okay, so here I will add the break tag. Okay, we'll see the output on the UI. Okay, okay, so the no, what it is, I will the thing is, so here one more thing I have to give. Okay, there is a br, yeah. Okay, so there is a name for the input, and this is the email for the that email kind of things, and this is the gender we can able to select the either male and female, and here the hobbies, there is the component called the checkbox. Okay, and there is a country, so here we can see the drop down. Okay, and there is a button. Okay, the thing is, so this is the example for the forms and control. Okay, so the thing is, in any web applications the forms are used to collect the user input like a names, email id, and the other data. Okay, the control in the sense it's a single element inside the form. Okay, that the text box or radio buttons, okay, the check box, the drop down, these are the things we can say it's a controls. So this is the example for the forms and controls. Okay, the in these things yeah, suppose if you want to add some validation kind of things, there is a separate yeah, the attribute called required we have to use. Okay, yeah, so the thing is, so this is the thing for the forms and control. Okay, the next thing we need to see for the event listener. Okay, mm, something's pending. Okay, wait a minute. The thing is document and the next thing we need to see some the life cycle, okay, for the HTML. Okay, so there is a life cycle of the HTML. There is a life cycle. Okay, uh, we can say for open HTML. Okay, so the life cycle of the HTML page has the three important events. Okay, the first thing, it's a DOM content, the content loaded. Okay, and next thing, it's a load. Okay, and next thing, it's a before unload or unload, before unload and uh, that unload. Okay, so DOM content load in the sense the browser fully loaded HTML and the DOM tree is built. Okay, but the external resources like pictures or images or and the style sheet may not have the may not have the loaded. Okay, and the load in the sense we can say not only the HTML is loaded, but the also all the external resource called the images and styles. Okay, and what about that before unload and unload? The thing is the user is leaving the page. The life cycle in the sense the person will born, will do some activity and then die. The same thing we have to do the life cycle for the code, the HTML. The DOM content in the sense here we are like we are able to see that content. Okay, and we can able to load the things. Load in the sense we are able to see that load in the sense the images, styles, kind of things. Okay, that unload in the sense we are able to see that user is the leaving the page. And the each events are useful maybe. Okay, the DOM content loaded, we can say it's a DOM is ready, so handler can look up the DOM nodes, initialize the interface. Okay, and that load in the sense the load event, the external resource are loaded, so the styles are applied and that image size are known. We have some other things also in this load. Okay, and the last thing we have seen that before unload event is the user, like user is leaving, so we can check if the user saved the changes and ask them to whether they really want to leave. The unload in the sense we can say the user is almost left. Okay, but we still can initiate the some operations such as the sending out the statistics. So this is the call, we can say it's a life cycle of the that HTML. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so the next thing we need to know regarding uh, regarding the async and await. Async and not async and await, it's async and differ in JavaScript. Okay, that async and JavaScript. Okay, async and differ. The thing is, mm, yeah, so when you add a script, for example, uh, okay, so I will remove this thing, the HTML. There is a HTML. Okay, so I will add the script here. Okay, I will add the script. I will use the source. Okay, dot a script. Okay, so when I add the script tag on the HTML file, by default the browser stops the rendering the page. Okay, so before that we need to see what will happen before the async and defer. Okay, the thing is like for example, uh, for example, what the thing is, I will have to explain something regarding the real-time example. Okay. Mm, okay, the thing is like, so we are generally like we generally connect our HTML page with the external JavaScript. Okay, there is a, okay, script tag as a traditionally we can say, and traditionally the JavaScript script tag or we can use then inside the head section of the HTML document. Okay, the however like the thing is like the HTML not HTML, however doing so means that parsing of the HTML is blocked until the JavaScript file is fetched and executed. So we can say that lower the page load time. So nowadays we mostly prepare the uh, to keep the script tag after all the contents of the body, the element to the page get loaded first. Okay, the thing is like, suppose if we have the only the script. Okay, so then I will see the things here. So this is the one. Okay, this is the HTML things loading. Okay, this is the HTML things loading. Okay, so in between we have the script. Okay, in between we have the script. In between we have the script. So this is the script. Okay, small portions we have the script. Okay, so parallelly when I try to when I try to uh, like when I try to reload. Okay, so then that HTML parsing start from the code top to bottom. Okay, top to bottom. Okay, the first thing the entire thing we can say it's a HTML parsing. While HTML parsing, so you can see for the line number 7 there is a script tag. Okay, in this script tag, so we have some the code like the JavaScript code things. Okay, so here the script also parsing. While script parsing, that JavaScript should be the download. While parsing, the script should be download and execution in this process. The thing is, sorry, not here. So this is called, we can say, download the script. Okay, and remaining thing we can say it's a execution part. Okay, I'll write some things here. So this is for the script. This is for the script. Okay, and the thing is this is for that script download. Okay, and this is for script execution. Okay, so this the script and the like the entire we can say it's a script. Okay, the entire this much portion we can say it's a script. Okay, in this code we can see this script. Okay, this script and this script is the same thing. The entire is the HTML portion. Okay, so while starting the while the HTML parsing is started. okay, till line number 7. Okay, so till line number 7, so that HTML parsing paused because of that script is downloading and execute, script is download and execute. Okay, so during this period that HTML parsing the paused. Okay, so this is the why like this is the things that page like the slower the page load time. Okay, for resolving this thing, so we have the two things, the async and defer. Okay, what is mean by async? Okay, the async, when we include the script with the async attribute, it tells the browser to download the script asynchronously while the parsing the HTML documents. Okay, and the script is downloaded in the background without blocking the HTML parsing process. Once the script is downloaded, that executes string asynchronously, meaning it can run at the any time, even before the HTML document has finished the parsing. For example, I will use the code like script. Okay, I will use, not here, here I will use that attribute called that async. Okay, so here we have to use the async. If the multiple scripts are loaded asynchronously, they will execute as soon as they finish the downloading. Okay, the thing is I will create one thing here. Sorry, there is the HTML parsing. So this entire thing we can say is the HTML parsing. Okay, so this is the entire thing is the HTML parsing. Okay, in the line number 7, okay, in the line number 7 there is the script. Okay, line number 7 there is the script. Okay, in the async, so in the async, okay, a script is we can say it's asynchronous in the sense we can able to see the parallel task, like the task will run parallelly. Okay, so when we include the script with the async attribute, it tells the browser to download the download the script asynchronously while parsing the HTML document. Okay, in this thing for the async, in the sense yeah, this is the download part. Okay, and this is the execution part. Right now the execution part is the blocker for us. Okay, so this blocker for us. Okay, the thing is, so this is the script. Okay, and this is the download. Okay, and this is the thing is like called execution. Okay, in this thing the HTML will parsing the things. Okay, so then in the script, so we are able to see when download the script, so then HTML parsing is paused. But in this script, okay, in this script there is a async keyword, not async, async keyword. Okay, so here that download will see parallelly along with the HTML parsing. But the thing is, the execution while execution, it will stop the HTML parsing. Stop in the sense pause the HTML parsing. Okay, so in the async we are able to see downloading things is a parallel things. Okay, now we can see the differ. What it is differ in the sense. So when we include the script with the differ attribute, okay, it also tells the browser to download the script asynchronously while passing the HTML document. However, the execution of the script is deferred until after the HTML document has passed. The thing is, the script with the defer attribute will execute in the order they appear in the document. We can say it's useful when the script relies on the DOM being the fully passed. Okay, the thing is like, so we have the DOM parsing things. This is the DOM parsing things. Okay, so and this thing we have the download kind of things. This thing the download kind of things, and apart from that thing there is the execution part. Okay, in the differ the execution will happen. Execution will happen after the HTML parsing finish. Okay, in async the execution part will happen during that parsing, but in the differ it will happen after execution, after the HTML parsing, and the script also parallelly run along with the HTML parsing. So differ is the thing we can say that execution part will see the after finishing the that HTML parsing. Okay, so here instead of async we have to use a differ. Okay, the thing is the both async and await allow the HTML parsing process to continue without waiting for the script to be downloaded. The difference when the script is executed, the thing is like with async the script execute as soon it's downloaded, and potentially the we can say it's before the HTML document is fully passed. With the differ we can say the script execute only the after HTML document fully parsed, but that before the document contain load events. Okay, in this image you can see. Okay, so here in the differ execution part is the last after the HTML pass like passing the finish. Okay, in the async you can see. Okay, there is a blocker for the execution. Okay, so this is kind of regarding that async and await, async and differ. So it's a very important, the basic question the interval asked regarding the async and await. Okay, so what will happen only the script, what will happen on the script along with the async, what will happen a script along with the differ. Okay, these all the things you can see in the network level. Otherwise you can use the performance level. I will use this one. The calculation will start, I will stop. Okay, in this thing we are able to see the things. Now it's like in the big application we can able to see the things actually. I will show that tomorrow regarding the code level as async and differ. Just remind me the things. Okay, so did you understand these things actually, that event delegation and the mouse event, UI events, and the forms and controls, and life cycle, and async and await, async and differ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you for, we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.